Hey folks, welcome back to Tuesdays with Joe, where you ask your most burning UX questions and I answer them. Let's get to today's question. It comes from George, who says, can you tell me what the difference is between a requirement and a specification? Well, the answer is simpler than you think, but part of the reason this is a confusion in the first place, and it is, okay, George, I want you to understand you are absolutely not alone with this question. It's been asked many times by many people. Big part of the reason for that is that we tend to think of requirements as answers, okay? As here's what this is absolutely going to be. We absolutely understand what's necessary. We know what people need. We know what the software needs to do. We know exactly what this feature and this functionality should look like. The fact is that requirements are not answers. They're questions. They should be questions. In a process where your focus truly is on delivering value to end users and then, of course, back to the business in terms of return on investment, profit, making money, saving money, they have to be questions because at the time in the development process when requirements are formulated, that's the time when you know the least, right? You haven't gone down any paths yet. You haven't thought about what people really need or why. And 9 times out of 10, from executives to managers to the development team itself, everybody is focused on features and functions. Everybody's focused on the what. Not enough people are focused on the why. Why do we need this? Are we sure that we need this? Why do we think this is going to be valuable? Why do we think that we can pull that off in the time that we have? All right, so my point is this. Requirements should be questions. They're hypothetical guesses. We think it should probably be this, and it could work like this, and we're going to use our prototyping process. We're going to use our builds and our iterations, right? This is what Agile and Lean is all about. We're going to iterate and build and learn and correct. We're going to see what works, what doesn't, how people react to it, and then we're going to correct course. Okay, so requirements really are, in that context, they're questions. Specifications are answers, right? Specifications come after you've done the work that I just talked about, after you've gone through a prototype and you've gone through 3, 4, 5 iterations of a clickable, low fidelity prototype where people have acted on it and you can see where they're getting hung up and you can see where they're getting stuck and you can see what's missing in the process. You can see the things that don't make any sense to some degree, right? But until you do that work, you don't know what the right answer is. You don't know what the right feature is. You don't know what the right functionality is. You don't know how it should look. You don't know any of those things, okay? So again, the difference between the two is that requirements ask questions. They ask, should it work like this? Should it act like this? Should it behave like this? Should we use this method to build it, right? Specifications are what come about after you've done the work to validate those questions, to answer those questions, to say one way or another, yeah, this is worth doing, or no, it isn't. All right? So that's the simplest way I can explain it. I hope that makes clear sense to you, and if it doesn't, you are welcome to email me. In the meantime, I wish you much success in all that you do, and I hope you always remember to give good UX.